Hi everybody, it's Vernon. On Instagram, somebody asked me how I made this design. I thought I'd answer with a quick tutorial. This was done entirely in Inkscape, and the approach I'll show you can be used to make all kinds of interesting things. So let's get started. First, we'll create a new document and remove the page borders. Next, let's create the path the shape will move along with the spiral tool. For now, we can just put this to the side. The main idea for this design is that we have a starting shape and an ending shape. And in the next step, we'll let Inkscape create a bunch of interpolated paths that gradually transform from one to the other. We'll use the Polygon tool to create the start and end paths. For the start, let's use a 6-pointed star. For the end, we'll do the same thing, but we'll change it to be a regular polygon. Now that we have our two shapes, we need to combine them into a single path with Path Combine. Then we'll open the Path Effects menu and click on the plus sign to add an effect. We'll use two effects, the first one being Interpolate subpaths. You can see that by default it creates 5 interpolated subpaths in a straight line between the two polygons. Let's increase the count to something like 50. Now we'll tell the path effect to use our spiral from earlier as the interpolation path instead of a straight line. Click on the spiral, then select copy, then go back to the main design and click on paste path in the path effects menu. Now it's starting to look like what we want, and we can actually delete the original spiral. Let's increase the count even more, say something like 500. And this is starting to look like the original design, maybe even more paths, 600, okay? The second path we'll apply is perspective envelope. To adjust the effect, click on the Edit Paths by Node tool and move the corners around so that it looks like it's going into the page. You can kind of play around with this however you want. I think that looks pretty good. And that's it for the design. To make it more interesting, you could add some other path effects. However, when you're done, the last thing you need to do to finalize everything is to go to Path, Object Path. You can see that all the effects have disappeared from the Path Effects menu, and this is now a standard SVG path. Okay, so that's all for now. I'll see you next time.